Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you with tonight's edition of WWE Main Event. Give you a little review and a little rundown of what happened tonight. Honestly, WWE Main Event, I always hype it up as being one of the best wrestling shows that's on TV today. But tonight's show, very honestly, wasn't that good. It didn't live up to expectations. There was only 2 matches. They wanted to do a whole lot of hype ups for the big pay-per-view. If you can remember back to the main event before WrestleMania, they only had 1 match, and the rest of it was all basically a commercial for you to order WrestleMania. During this show, they reran the entire Vicky Guerrero angle from Monday Night Raw, which I thought was horrible. They should have just scrapped that and acted like it never happened. That was one of the worst things, honestly, I've ever seen on WWE TV. I would rather see Vince McMahon out there crying again when Triple H told him that the board was making him step down and Triple H was stepping in as the CFO. That was horrible shit, and I'm glad that it's out of my mind. I fast-forwarded that shit as fast as I could. I don't think I ever want to see that ever again. I know that people say that they took shots at TNA and how bad Gut Check is, but if you're going to put bad TV on your own TV to make fun of somebody else's TV, that's not good TV for anybody. That just sucked. They also promoted the John Cena versus what's his name, Mark Henry match. I honestly would have hyped up the ladder matches, but they did play the video for Rob Van Dam, which I think has everybody hyped up for the ladder matches almost more than anybody else. A lot of people's prediction videos, I got a few more to watch that are on my timeline bar here, are picking Rob Van Dam to win it just because they left him off TV. The first time we're going to see him, they keep hyping him up on all the shows. Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, all of them, they play the freaking video for him at least on average 2 times. To make sure you know that he's coming, and they think that he's going to be a person that you want to tune in to make sure that you want to see. Now to the first match of the night was Antonio Cesaro going up against Dolph Ziggler. The highlight of this match was they were saying that this was going to be Cesaro's night to step up and show himself that he could be the World Heavyweight Champion. They kept on saying that Cesaro, if he was able to pull off this win against Ziggler, it would give him the momentum going into Money in the Bank to win the Money in the Bank match, and he would just know to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase as soon as possible after the World Heavyweight Championship match, because if he beats Ziggler tonight, he could beat the guy who would be WWE Champion. It never really made 100% sense to me, but this was the announcers. It was fucking Miz out there again. Put him in matches on Main Event, because at least that gets him off the mic. Cody Rhodes was good the last 2 weeks, but Cody Rhodes was in a match tonight, so he couldn't do it. But I think Miz is the main guy anyways, and he was horrible and didn't make any sense. I understand if he beats Ziggler tonight and Ziggler beats Del Rio, it would sort of be like, why not cash in, because you just beat the guy, a few nights ago on Main Event. But now, if Del Rio wins, Cesaro's never beat Del Rio. I know that he just went through a match, but at the same time, Cesaro just went through a ladder match. And I know if you're how much you've been beaten down, you would think that a ladder match with 7 dudes is going to take more out of you than just a normal singles match, even though it's for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it's a little bit more prestigious, I guess, because it's the one-on-one title match. But anyways, that's what they were doing. Cesaro was in control of this match 100% of the time almost. Ziggler kept on making small little comebacks, but the strength of Cesaro just kept on holding Ziggler down, and he took a lot of punishment tonight. Of course, no AJ, no Big E. Who knows where they're going with that? I think I picked Ziggler in my prediction video that I put up earlier this week, but I'm honestly starting to lean towards, I'm guessing since they're not putting them together, that Ziggler and Big E are going to have a match at SummerSlam, probably for AJ, I guess, or some shit like that, or maybe he's just going to break up with AJ, and then AJ's going to have Big E fight him to, get revenge for him dumping her. I'm not sure, but I don't see the Big E match being for a World Heavyweight Championship shot. And at the same time, if Del Rio wins, well, what the fuck's he doing at SummerSlam? I guess you've made Randy Orton look big for a whole bunch of months here. Sheamus has been looking good as well. Those guys haven't been in the World Heavyweight Championship picture for the last good while because of Swagger, Del Rio, and Ziggler hogging that spot. So who knows if they're going to jump up and be there sooner than later. So what happens with the World Heavyweight Championship match, I'm not sure. I want Ziggler to win, but at the same time, I'm really thinking that Del Rio is going to win now. In this match, Cesaro seemed like he had him beat a whole bunch of times. He hit the uppercut, he hit this, he hit that, and just Ziggler kept on finding ways to get out of it. At one point, Swagger interfered in the match, and that sort of made everything get, where everything happens all at once so fast, it's hard to describe what was happening, but Swagger got it in there, Cesaro hit the uppercut, Ziggler was down, I think it was a 2 count, it's always a 2 count in WWE. After that, he got up, I think he hit the zigzag immediately after that. I don't know how you get up from hitting the uppercut and then you immediately put Cesaro into the zigzag. Swagger jumped up in there, caused a disqualification. Swagger threw Ziggler outside of the ring when he was on the floor. He tried to lock the Patriot lock in, and Ziggler just sort of gave him like this kick with his boot, like, get the fuck off me, which sent Swagger over the guardrail into the front row, which I thought was pretty funny. After that, Cesaro went out, got Ziggler, threw him back in the ring, started to put the boots to him to beat him down a little bit more because I guess he wanted to make sure he hit the match. When he was about to hit the equalizer, even though the match was over, Ziggler was able to reverse it, sending Cesaro over the top rope to the floor, making Ziggler look really nice. Ziggler made it look like he was going to make an attack at Zeb. He ran, and then when he hit the ring steps, he leapfrogged over Zeb's head, which was pretty cool, and then blew everybody off, like, fuck it. I want to still think Ziggler's a heel. I'm not 100% sure that he's ever really turned, but he's in that spot where I'm not sure where he's going, but it looks like he's babyface, but I think they're suckering us into babyface at the same time so that he can just screw us over after he wins this title. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Next match, how they put this together, I don't know. When you go back on Monday, fucking Rhodes Scholars did a promo about how they weren't a team anymore, but they were going to work together. And then tonight, before their match, Sando has the mic on the way down to the ring and says that they're a team and that they're stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. You're either a tag team or you're not a tag team. I have no clue what the hell they're doing with these guys. I've been hoping that they were going to break them up for a long, long time. Cody Rhodes is a guy that honestly I'm a real big fan of, and I want to see him go as far as he can go. We'll have to see where that is, though. But this match was Team Rhodes Scholars and Heath Slater, which brought out 3-man band. They had Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater outside on the outside. And then they fought the Dancing Fat Guys, Tons of Funk, and the Great Khali. I don't know how any of these teams put together. I think maybe they might have had the Heath Slater versus Great Khali match as a separate match, and then they decided that they were going to run another promo on the show, so they just stacked the match all together. That's the only thing, because to make this a 6-match, it made no sense, especially with all the people on the outside during this match. But it was a clusterfuck, as always, and then once it finally, calmed down and actually became a real match, Team Rhodes Scholars decided they were going to save their strength and not take a beat down from Tons of Funk, and they just flat out left Slater out there, making this a 3-on-1 match. Why the members of the 3-man band didn't jump up to the apron? Yeah, if they would have gotten the ring, it would have been a disqualification, but they just sat back as Great Khali gave the big chop. Let me see if I can do that right in the middle of the phone. Bam! Hit him with a chop right there. And Slater took the 3. Tons of Funk and Great Khali danced away the night with Natalya and the Funkettes. And that was it for main event. I'm glad that I was able to make it all the way through a wrestling show without feeling like, I was about to fall asleep. But as you can tell from the review, it wasn't that great of a show. So we'll have to see where we go from next week. It was fun. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.